All right. So, Gary, what is your name and job position? You just mentioned my name. My name is Gary. My name is Gary Grewal, and I'm the president of the company. And I look after sales. I love sales, to be honest. And the reason I love sales is visiting my customers. That is what my biggest high is. Talking to the customer face to face, not talking about business at all. Just talking about life, politics, games, sports, whatever. I might be with my customer for 2 hours, 3 hours. Maybe we talk about business for 3, 4 minutes. That's it. It is that relationship and everything. And I love doing that. We don't talk about business. It is building that relationship with my suppliers, my customers, my employees. And that's my job, building relationship. American Plastics story goes back a long way. After I graduated from college, I started working at ATA Industries in Oakland. I started as a system analyst, and then they promoted me to a production manager and then the general manager. That's where I learned about the trade of the trim, the fabric, the buckles, fasteners, and so on and so forth. They were a big company. They had about 300 employees, but they invested in companies they didn't know much about, and they lost a lot of money. At that time, they said, Gary, we love you, but we can't afford you. Can you work 3 days a week? I said, that's fine. I can work 3 days a week. For the first 2 months, I enjoyed the days off. But then all my friends were working except me on the 2 days I was off. And I said, you know what? I need to do something else. So I started working as a life insurance agent at Metropolitan Life. I was teaching in San Jose computer programming. I was still working 3 days a week. And at the meantime, I said, you know what? I need to have my own thing going because everything else is not 100%. And so I started American Plastic because I learned the trade working at ATA Industries. And so I was doing all those 3 things. I stopped teaching at San Jose because I was teaching at night after work. One night I was driving back and I fell asleep right on the wheels, hit the freeway divider. And I was so disgusted with myself. What am I doing with my life? And next day I called the dean. I said, I really cannot do it. He said, just finish up this semester and then we'll find somebody else for the next semester. So I stopped teaching. I was still doing Metropolitan Life and working at ATA. And then I had a customer. He said, oh, I didn't hear from you for a long time. I thought you went out of business. That's when I realized I had to focus my full time on American Plastics. So I stopped everything else and gave my 100% to American Plastics. I had started American Plastics with $1,000 in my 1-bedroom apartment, and that was 40 years ago. See, thinking back 40 years, I would say the milestone is building the team that I have today. I really feel lucky that I have the team that I have today. So the team is what is the highlight of the whole 40 years, building this team and building the relationships with my employees, with my customers, with my suppliers. I mean, they are not customers, they are not my suppliers, they are my friend. It's just unbelievable, the gift they have all given me. The other is moving from my 1-bedroom apartment to the building we are in now. And that's a huge milestone because I had a 1-bedroom apartment and I got my first shipment in, and maybe it was like 20 or 30 boxes. And I still remember I had a Mazda 626. I would pick up 4 boxes from the Port of Oakland, sign for 4, then bring them to my apartment, then go back again. I mean, it took me 4 or 5 trips to pick up 20, 25 boxes, whatever came in the first shipment. From that 1-bedroom apartment, we are here today. So I cannot fathom, I could not even dream back then that the company would be like this today. I couldn't do it all by myself. It is the team, the people who build this company up. Like Eric, he has been with us now, how many years? 28 years. Laura has been 17 years. Naren has been with us 22 years. Christina, 10 years. Rashmi, 8 years. I have Laura, Eric, Jenny in the office who take care of it. I have my social media team who takes care of all the email blast, everything that needs to get done. I have the warehouse who ships products every day. So the thing is, it is the team that has built up the company. Without the team, the company is nothing. It is the team that makes everything happen. And I'm lucky to have the team that we have today. Cut. So this is the 40th year. We need to plan the 50th now.
Oh.
And after that, I'm retiring.